What's happening, people? So we are in a recession in 2025 in the construction industry. I just want to keep it real with you. Wipe your eyes. We're here today, and why we're in a recession is a lot of different reasons in the UK, but the bigger problem is there's just no money in construction anymore like there used to be, right? I say that because I've been in the industry. I find it hard to find work at the moment at the rate what I want, which is just a rate which you need to survive. That is because there's no money being pumped into it, yeah? So if there's no money to be pumped into it, there's no money to be paid. I've realized because people are robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? So then there's no flow of money. You might look out the window and you might say to yourself, there's not a lot of cranes outside, is there? No, because there's no fucking construction work being done. That's why. That's not a fault of your own. That's just a product of what happens. And when you look around London, anywhere, and you see a lot of cranes, yeah, that's when you can tell when a lot of work is being done, right? But you got to say, there is cranes out there. Okay, there is. But the projects and the things which are going on are so low to where I've said it to people before. Let me just say this, yeah. I've been a qualified plumber for 20 years, yeah. And at times when I couldn't find work, yeah, I done things like handyman jobs. So I'll be doing little odds and sods, basically. I'll be honest, most of the time when I've been doing handyman jobs in London, yeah, I've been getting paid more money than plumbers who are working a full-time job because the average wage is so fucking low. Let me just keep it real with you. And when you do find a scenario, yeah, which may work for you, because I found many which have worked for me, yeah, somewhere down the line, it will get fucked up. Do you get it? When someone realizes that I'm earning like $6,000 a month or whatever, the manager starts to look at you sideways saying, oh, well, you're going to have to cut down on the overtime and the hours what you work. Why is that? I need the money. If you don't need the money or you can't get the money, that's your problem. That's your business. It's not my business. My business is to secure myself, right? But there's so many fucking pocket watchers and people who are going to have something to say about what you're doing, right? So you cannot move in silence anyway. Let's just keep it real. Somebody has to keep a track on what you're doing, and they're going to tell other people. So how do you minimize that? You minimize that by hiding. You got to hide and make this money, right? So what I've realized, I'm going to be spending more time focusing on content creating than I am on plumbing. Why is that? Because I can make more money. That's just simple. My content or content in general, it's more profitable than going out there and actually doing some of the job. I've worked the science for myself. If you've got the platform, you're getting X, you're going to get paid this for it. You only need this, which might be 5 jobs, 6 jobs a week. So you can film, make the content, put it up, and possibly be monetized, which hopefully this channel should be monetized very soon. And that's another way of making some revenue, because I wasn't making revenue from this before, but I've been making revenue for content for years. I've always said to myself that it's an eye-opener, but this year made me realize that we're in a different type of recession. Why I say we're in a different type of recession, like I said to you, I make content. So I invested in buying another camera. This is my Sony EV2. If you know, you know. And I've got a camera which I'm filming this from now, yeah? And a new iPhone. I've got iPhone 14 Pro as well. So I've got a couple little bits. First time ever I've had to sell one of my cameras to pay a bill or to do something. This is an old camera, so I wasn't even using this camera. I hadn't used this camera for social media or on my channel for about 5 years. So it is best that I got rid of it. But when I was standing in the queue, yeah, I thought, what the hell am I doing in this fucking shop? Like pawning my stuff, if you get what I mean. I wanted it to go. Don't get me wrong. It's best that it goes to someone else because I'm not using it. Doesn't make sense. I've got new stuff which I bought and invested in, right? But what am I doing in there, man? I felt bad to myself. So the reason for me being in there was that earlier on in the year, like maybe I would say 4 weeks ago, I done a plumbing job for someone in West Green Road in Tottenham, African lady who owns a Caribbean shop. Boom. She had a problem. I went round there and the problem was deeper than what she said it was. She said it was a blocked toilet. It wasn't a blocked toilet. They needed to clear the whole line of the stack. It's not something I could do because I don't have that type of machinery on me, but I'm able to tell her and assist her and direct her to the right person, right? Long story short, said it owe me about 220 or something. She didn't fucking pay me at all. Zero. Paid me nothing. But when I got there, this lady said to me before, oh, I'm so grateful, darling. Oh, yeah, it's so nice to see a little black plumber and, supporting my business. And she's not Jamaican, but I'm just doing the accent anyway, because I don't really do African accents. Do you understand? Oh, that's so nice, supporting you. I want my son to be a plumber like yourself. Is it really? Because I've been waiting for you for 45 minutes when you told me you was on the bus. But true say I heard that you was an auntie on the phone. I'm going to wait. Because I don't know you personally, but I'm just going to wait because, it can happen. People are late sometimes. I'm in my vehicle. I'm there. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm there waiting for this person. She's turned up. And when she's turned up, there's some rigmarole now. There's some big time story with what's happened. Oh, I got tenants. The tenants are messing me about. Bloody, bloody, blah. I'm not here for that. I don't care. Show me the problem. She showed me the problem. I went up there and I put a video. I put a small reel on my page. I don't know if people are going to clock that that's the place, but that is the place. I like to be in nice surroundings. I've worked in Tottenham a lot. Well, a few jobs. And 2 of the jobs that I've worked in Tottenham particularly have been nasty as fuck. People, they were nasty. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you that people are nasty from Tottenham, full stop. But the cleanliness is next to the godliness. Wash your hands, your batty, everything needs to be washed. I wear 2 gloves when I go down there because I don't want to be catching nothing. You understand? So I'm there on the job. The lady showed me, I've said, okay, it's not a blocked toilet because, and it was a bit technical, but I'm going to say to you, look, where someone have connected on the pan connector, it's not going in a straight line, it goes a curve. So every time someone flushes the toilet, the waste, which comes out of your body, which I'm talking about, that has to go round the corner before it goes down instead of going straight out. It needs to go straight out because you don't have that much pressure or pushing or water pushing down it for it to go away, yeah? So there's no other way of doing something but doing it fucking right. So I just told her, listen, darling, we can't cut no corners on this. You need to have this done correctly. And when you have it done correctly, it probably won't block up as much as it's blocking up right now, right? But she said to me, oh, there's a leak. When we had a blocked toilet up there, and I'm just talking about, she's got a shop downstairs and the tenants live upstairs. She said, we've got a leak and the leak came through to where like the kitchen area is and all that inside the shop. So I thought, look, get the lines cleared. Yeah. So get your stack cleared and then get someone to camera it, right? Because you don't know if there's a break in the line or whatever, but I'm just trying to assist as much as I can. And again, I check the things what I can check, and then I tell her like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm gonna go now, and really whoop. Because again, I was there for best part of like 2.5 hours. How do I know that? I know that because I've got a parking ticket on my car, so I used Ringo when I was there, and I had to keep on topping it up, right? Long story short, I thought this woman's like, it's an African Caribbean shop / whatever shop, whatever it is. So cool, kudos. I've left there because I've been upfront with her. I've said, listen, this is not something that I want to do, period. Because you told me it was a block toilet and now it's something else. And now we're leading to other things. And on top of that, you've asked me, could I do you a good price because you got some other work? Hell to the no. I don't know you from no one. I ain't doing no favors. This isn't Samaritans. I don't care. I need it to be done for this. In 2025, look, we can't be doing any favors. I'm not asking you to do me no favors. I'm not asking you to cook me a food. I'm not asking you to cook me some jollof and all that. I don't care. I don't care. What I care about is that you pay me for my time. That's it. And if I'm charging you £80 an hour and I've been there for 2.5 hours, you're gonna have to run the two bills. You understand? £200. That's what I need. And that's not me being like, oh, you're charging them a lot of money. Oh, you're listen. That's the rate. You're lucky I'm charging you £80, and you made me wait, and you're not there. Granted, I'll wait. We'll get it done. I WhatsApp the lady. She doesn't answer my message. I said, oh God. So this person is through someone who I always would do something for anyway. So I've double backed with that person, said, you know that lady, yeah? She's not picking up the phone and all that. He's giving her a call. Yeah, she's picked up. I said, what the? I've called this person like 10 times for my money. Person must think I'm El Dickhead. So it's just getting me irate at this point by this person not picking up the phone and saying to me like, oh, what's going on? Like, could you keep me, like, are you having financial problems? What's going on? Like, just let me know. Like, it happens. It's happened to me. Do you have to pay me in a week or whatever? Cool. Not picking up the phone, not picking up the phone, not picking up the phone. So at this point, we're at 4 weeks now. I just said, fuck it, man. Keep the money, innit? Because me stressing myself out about your money, or it's not your money, my money, it's just making me angry and mad. And I don't really want to do that with people. That's why, me personally, I opt out to go to certain people's houses and properties and stuff like that, because I can't be dealing with the stress of you not paying me. It's not likely to happen, but it can happen. So that's why, me personally, I just end up having a full-time job and doing the 1 or 2 jobs I feel like doing. Not everything what comes through. Oh yeah, mate, I got a blocked toilet. Oh yeah, could you do this tap? Oh yeah, could you do a bathroom? No. I'm not doing that. I know that people can be difficult. I know that people can ask you to do something and feel like they don't want to pay you after. That's one scenario which happened in the earlier part of this year. The next one I'm going to tell you what happened. This was years back. I don't really say this one, but today I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to tell you how your own friend, people you know, will bump you over a little bit of change. And me and this person, we're cool. We're cool now. I couldn't care less if he hears this, because that's what you done. He used to be in some of my videos. He's in one of my videos when we done a bathroom and all that. So at a point, he worked on a site. I was looking for some work. He said, do you know what? Come with me to this site and I can get you on. I got my own CSCS card. You just show me what I need to do. If we have to work in a pair to get a certain amount of flats done or whatever, because we was on a site, so we got to do first fix and second fix, right? This was a couple of years ago. So I remember, like, I was going through this financial difficulties, because look, who don't go through financial difficulties? I don't know. You know, I just be transparent with mine. So going through a bit of difficulty, but my mate's got me on this site. I'm working and I think I had to pay my insurance, my car insurance or something like that was up. And I went to the site, but one day I wasn't able to make it. And that day was coming up to like payday or something. But we agreed that he would give me let's say £300 or something like that for like some of the first fixes, what I've done, yeah? So that's cool. At this point, I'm like, it's come to that day, he don't run me my change. And I know him from work, but he knows me from just life in general. And my life in general, yeah, I'll tell people this from now. I was never an idiot. I'm not an idiot even today. Like, I'm not a joker when it comes to being serious about the things what I do or running me my fucking money. And I say it with that passion because that's what type of person I am. Don't joke with my money. I mean, me and you will get into fisty-cufties. That's it. I need to say it any deeper than that. So, and this person knows me as well. So you know what I'm like. You know I get busy. I've had to tell a mutual friend who respects me, yeah, because he's more tight with my man and whatever. Yo, B, I beg you call my man because today's Friday and we done a job and he's not ran me the money. And he's like, he's called him as an mediator, yeah. And you see one of my friends, B, who I've said to call him, yeah, he's just a cool person who I speak to up to this day, who has a good rapport with people when it comes to doing the right thing, allowing people to talk to them on a level, and he might probably confine in him of his financial status than confining myself. Do you get what I mean? A lot of men are still trying to show face and trying to tell you that they make big bread, but they don't make big bread. I know that. It's all a competition thing. You feel like I'm your rivalry. Like, why you feel that I'm your rivalry and someone else isn't? Only God knows. Yeah? God only knows these types of things. But man feel like that because you're in the same workplace. I'll say it to you like this, because that same said person said to me, do you remember when you had the Porsches? Because I used to drive a Porsche at one point. There goes to me, do you remember when you had the Porsches when I saw you? But now we're working here. That was him trying to run game or trying to run a joke or a Sykes in my community, which is, do you remember when you was driving around in these Porsches and now you're working on site with me? So I've had a Range Rover before. You're still not talking about that. But the whole thing was like, it was another one of the bros. This is Mandem, another black guy telling me this, like as if he's like sizing me up to say, remember when you was up here, but now you're down here? I thought, okay, fine. Well, this happens, isn't it? If people go bankrupt and then they become billionaires or millionaires, it happens, you know. If you read books, you can find it out for yourself, Dodo. But I just took it. I didn't say nothing because I wasn't in a position to be able to be arguing with that person. It was a fact at the end of the day. Yeah, I used to have the Porsche and now I'm back on site. Not a problem. Could I not make money to go and get another Porsche? Yes. Have I done it already? Yes. Have you done it? No. So I'm not going to bring that up because it's irrelevant. But I thought, that's a little dig there. No problem. So I said to my pal, what's going on, B? Did you manage to chat to him? He's like, yeah. I spoke to him and he understands that he should stick to like what you two agreed. And I said, yeah, please. Because if he doesn't, I'll have to punch him up. That's the truth. Because I know you and you're trying to take the mick. That's why I'm gonna go to the point of telling someone I'm gonna punch you up, because me and you know each other. Do you get it? And then you think you can finesse me over some dozies, which is money. You're not gonna do that, because that is ultimate disrespect for me. Because we've agreed on something, you've went back on it as you're not a colleague because I know you. I've been to your house, you've been to my house. Do you get it? So like, we are friends, period. However you like to look at it, just stick to it. And this is a scenario which I will tell you, which will happen with friends, which is if sometimes people are greedy, yeah, they will see the money in it and just want it all for themselves. Look, granted, I will tell you that that person has kids, but it doesn't give them any reason to get paid before me. Or if we say, we're getting 1,500 and Jay, I'm going to give you 500 for the work what you done, and I'm going to keep the 1,000. Cool, whatever. You know, I might have not had any money that week, so that 500 would have been a blessing to me. But you kind of decided that, like, he's not getting it. And again, you couldn't do that with me. You know, you couldn't do that with me. So from that moment with me and him, it was never the same. I'm not even going to lie to you, because what I saw, I didn't like it. I saw that this person had a part. There was a big part of greed from that person, and I get it. Sometimes he probably didn't mean it through those intentions, but what he's never done is sent me a job ever in my life again. He's never tried to bring me when I've tried to bring him a lot of other times. Even after that time, I brought him to a job which is on my page, and I paid him the most amount he's ever got paid, like, in a week within his 15 years of a career of being a plumber, as my friend, after he's still done that to me. Because I'm not a side man. I'm a main man. I'm a ninja. He's a whatever he is. Cool. We know that. And that's fine with me, because I just play my role when it comes to things like that. You understand? Like, man, know how I flex and how I move when we're inside those types of environments is I'm going to make sure my guys, which are my friends, they get paid properly. There's no messing about. I'm going to pay you up front, I'm going to give you your dough, and we're going to work forward, because in my head, I just think I'm asking you a favor as a friend. And I know that you've got responsibilities. I know that you've got kids. I know that you've got bills. I know that you've got worries. And you know what? Let's just iron them out now by giving you your money up front. I used to give him money in the van before we used to even start the job. Let's say we're going to a job, and I know I've got like 3 or 4 jobs. I need him to come with me 2 jobs or something. I'm be like, look, how much do you want? Oh, Jay, could you give me like a little 2/5? Boom. I'm weighing them out the dough before we get out. All the rest of the dough is my money. Don't ask me about money after. That's how I'm moving with him, even though he moved like that with me on the first job. Again, I'm not taking them things to heart, because I know him. And when I say I know him, because I know someone, doesn't mean that they could do that to me. Because I checked him at that point. I told him, I said to him through my friend, like, I'll punch you up. Don't play with me. You know that. And I can fight. He knows that. So we didn't get into it, but I didn't hold it against him, because some people who don't know have to be reminded sometimes. Who are my friends? I don't mind reminding them, because look, we're going to be friends after this. You get it? But it let me understand that, you see that person there, yeah? You can't trust him. You can't trust him as much as you might like to. You have to keep him at arms, because the minute he hears that X, Y, and Z, his eyes is green lighting up. Oh my God. Again, he's a nice person and all that, but yeah, man, even to this day, he don't send me no jobs. You understand? He don't call me, like, say, oh, look, yeah, I've got this job. Do you want to come with me and do some work? Knowingly that I do this work anyway. He just says, like, my man does his own thing and all that. You're damn right. You're damn skippy. Right. So the next time I'm going to tell you about is work, like normal 9 to 5, yeah? So normal 9 to 5 has been a struggle for most people, because people are not getting the wages what they need to get, right? And it will make you think to yourself, how can I do more? I was talking to my friend yesterday, and he said, look, what it is maybe you need to just do the hours what you was doing before when you was making X amount of money. I said, you know what? No. If you look at people who are billionaires, or and this is when I say this, someone will say, oh, that's a stretch though. Why are you looking at people, or that's a reach? Or why am I looking at people who are billionaires and coming off of philosophies or things what they might think for themselves? Because they're rich, you donut, dummy, right? So if your hourly wage is £20 an hour, and by doing 40 hours a week, adding 2 8-hour shifts on the weekend where you're getting paid time and a half and double time, yes, that's going to boost your money, but you're still going to have no hours left for yourself. I used to do that all the time. Again, I was really tired. Again, it was just work, home, sleep, work, home, sleep. That's all I was doing. Getting bread, but not really having a lot of time for myself or my partner, or to be able to enjoy the money which I was making, right? Because I was saving it. I was saving it so I could get this type of setup, what I've got now, where I've got cameras, where I've got lighting, where I've got new mics, where I've got Sensodyne headphones, where I've got speakers. I can't show you my speakers, but I've even got Osmo kit, which I'm using right now to talk to you guys on. Things like this, I needed a terabyte so I could have more data and memory and stuff like that. So it was this level of investment which I know I needed to be able to show you guys better content. So I had to make the money because I just have this vision of like, oh, I need this, I need that, and I need that, I need that. Who's going to pay for it? Me, at the end of the day. No one else ain't going to sponsor me. The whole time of me having a business for about 10 years, I've never asked for a grant. I've never asked for anything. I paid for everything myself. So I just thought to myself, this is just another time where you got to do it. Don't leave it so long sometimes so you don't have to pay so much. That's what I would say to myself as advice, yeah? But anyway, had to get myself through it, and I did. And I'm glad I did because, like I said before, I've seen a decline within work when it comes to people getting paid. So a lot of people have been getting paid the minimum wage, but saying to themselves, I need to do more hours overtime. The hours overtime it sounds okay, but what it is you need that £20 an hour to go up to 25 or £27 or even £28 an hour, because with your same 40 hours a week, you end up having more money, and maybe you could just work the Saturday and not just work the Saturday and the Sunday, because you have no fucking time to yourself. And having no time to yourself will just deplete you, you know. So I made a video a while ago, yeah, telling people that I've been working consecutively for 7 months to get a certain level of bread which I needed in my life, yeah. And the guys who I was working with, I'd work with about 4 different guys, yeah. So 2 weeks, one guy will come, 2 weeks, another guy will come, 2 weeks, another guy will come, and 2 weeks, another guy will come. And then we just keep rotating. But I was the one who was staying on for the whole time. And again, was it wearing me down? Hell to the yeah. I was getting very snappy with people. I didn't have much time to myself, you know, which I knew I had to kind of put myself through that to be able to create this space and create this whole idea which I had of me having a setup, but being able to deliver content to people in a way which I thought was necessary, you know? And it was going to be my kind of like my way out of like not doing so much work, because again, I can see these things for myself. I can see that the industry is changing. I can see that a lot of people don't get paid the minimum wage, and the wages what they do get paid is not enough. I'm telling people, I advise some of my friends, yeah, to start making content, just because you ain't making that much money doing anything else. And if your content is based around what you do or your life, yeah, believe me, there's enough people watching online to play or to pay into your life, whether it's sponsors, whether it's ad revenue, whether it's having your channel monetized. You know, me as a young person, I thought the geekiness of being on the internet and the putting yourself out there, it's not for me. It's not for me. Listen, you got bills to pay, yeah? You're not harming anybody. And so much of my channel, especially this channel, I've realized has helped so many different people, whether it's me talking about a scenario or situation or showing people what I've learned during this time. Again, I used to think it was a bit of a nerd situation by being on YouTube and all that, but now I get it. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as an area where I've just improved so much when it comes to formulating content and being able to deliver a message, which might be the construction trade is fucked when it comes to money. So look for different things. And by me being able to come on here and tell you the things which are fucked, which most people could tell you, but they couldn't tell you some solutions which might help you. Yeah. And I'm all in for helping people because I've needed help so many times in my career. I've needed someone to be able to guide me in the right type of way and tell me that, you know what you're doing is right, but go down this route because it's going to help you. Again, we don't always have, and our younger generation has not got that many mentors who are going to tell you sense things. I don't really watch any other tradespeople, period. And I'm proud of it. Yeah. You live your life, I live my life. We do different things and that's fine. And if I get to meet some of them at trade shows or whatever, I'm not a standoffish person. I'm a cool guy. They know that. But you can't be no weird boys talking to me. And there are a lot of these weird boys out there. So I don't talk to them. That's it. Hence why you don't see me doing a lot of content with them. And they know that as well, because I'm not that guy. We can't be doing that. I see some stuff what you lot be doing. I don't like it. It's your business. My business is mine. I like to tell the reality and the truth. And we're going to get back onto the subject of the construction trade is in a recession. Yeah. And when I say it's a recession within, because there's no money in it. Those who are smart will realize that building a channel about what you do is another source of income. And I've realized that, but I've also said to myself, you know what, how can I capitalize on that? I can capitalize on that by making the type of content which people want to see. Yes, of course, but also talking to you guys as well. I find that talking to you guys about things like this, the construction industry is dead, and giving you factual things, but letting us have a conversation about it, because you're going to learn something about it, whether you like it or not. People would say that, oh, plumbers make a lot of money and all that. Really? I said to some students who I was teaching this week, why do you want to be a plumber? They said to me, oh, because I want to make money. I said, how many plumbers do you know who make money? Sorry, I'm putting on my Crocs. How many plumbers do you know who make money? They said none, because you don't know any. So what the hell are you talking about? Do you get it? Why don't you do some research to find out if any plumbers do make money? And what I tell people is the most people that make money inside this plumbing industry are business owners. Boom. You're not a business owner. You're a tradesperson. You are a limited company if you've got it registered, or you're a sole trader. You're not a company. Come on, man. And this is what I mean about dropping gems on people or letting our younger generation know the difference between this and that. Because when you're young, yeah, you just want to run out there and run it up. Oh, I want to make money. I want to make money. What's money to you? £20? Because you don't get no money right now. How much money do you have coming in and out of your account apart from the pocket money what your mum and dad give you? You get it? I never had that like pocket money and stuff like that, because I come from a Caribbean household, yeah. And the minute I start working, start buying some stuff for myself, everything changes. Everything changes when I go out and buy a German car, because my parents look at me and say, "Oh, you have money. You don't need my money. You have your own. So fend for yourself." And that leaves you with, I don't know, it leaves you with a bitter taste sometimes, but it might be bittersweet, might be bitter, but you just got to get on with it, because I can only say it as in like they've had it hard, so they're gonna give it to you hard. It's fucked up, but it's how it is, you know. I never helped me in any way, so like it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Again, being a grown man at this point, you just got to get on with it. And if you make it, you make it, and if you don't, you don't really. But you're gonna learn from your own mistakes, innit? And making mistakes it's a natural thing, innit? There's a lot of people that make mistakes. I think knowing that you've got the time to make mistakes and fix those mistakes is a good thing at the end of the day. You're gonna learn so much. I mean, I've learned so many things from how I've operated in certain jobs, how I've dealt with certain customers, whether it's leaving without asking for the bill and then asking for the money after, or sending them an invoice, or doing everything on the spot so they can't move, so I have my money there and then. I used to find that very awkward with people, you know. But again, I'm there to make money, you know, but I'm finding it awkward to ask them for the money, because that's to do with your confidence. That's to do with, if you've been in those types of environments before, you're going to be okay with it. I have no shame with telling people at my beginning of my apprenticeship, yeah, I worked at JD Sports, and dealing with customers on the ground, like serving them trainers and then taking them to the till and telling them, oh, it's this much. Is that all right, yeah? That allowed me to have a lot more confidence within myself to be able to just talk to people and explain to them like what they want, or how much this would be, or, you know, like people would ask you, oh, so how much are those Air Max 95s? They're 110. That's it. Do you want them? Oh, you don't want them now? Okay, no worries. It allowed me to be transparent. And I'm thankful for that experience working in retail, because again, retail is not the greatest industry to be in. It's hard to grow in it, but you meet the public, and meeting the public was like, for me, it's something what I do every day now. So I kind of piggy bank off the skills which I got when I was 17 in retail, dealing with customers, to be able to deal with people today. Again, I try and have this radar about myself within someone who's going to pay or not, because you get an inkling when you go out and you see people and you say, by telling me you got some next job, what you want me to do and this and that, sounds fishy. Sounds like you're trying to get something for the low, when there ain't no discounts today in 2025. There isn't. You just got to give people the price, and I'll give people the price from early, so they're not buttering their eyes, or they're not saying, oh, I can't pay that. The price is the price. I'm not willing to make it go down, because the cost of petrol is not a fucking joke at all nowadays. Me working in some far different places, which I do sometimes, I've got to commute to work. It's a fucking drag, but I might be spending £20 on petrol per day. And for me, I'm just thinking, it's not worth it, man. Running up the miles, it's not worth it. Like, but I have to work, whether I like it or not. But it's the options which I have, which are limited at the moment, but it won't always be like that. And I'll probably watch this video one day and say, oh, I know exactly what I mean by going through this type of hardship. But there are many other people that do the same thing. You have to put yourself through it, because, like I said to you, there is no support coming from anybody else. Do you understand? Like, I couldn't tell you. I have like one person in my family that I possibly have asked, or would ask, oh, let me borrow some money till I get paid or something. Just one. And I can tell you from now that related or family members and all that, I probably have, I don't know, I've got definitely well over 30 or 40 cousins, and uncles and aunts and stuff, a lot. I would never ask them. We don't have that type of relationship. We never have. Again, people might think that you would never suffer financially, maybe because they see you in a German car, they see you going out, you eat with your girl, you do this or you do that. But behind the lines, people never ask the questions, which, again, if you don't show yourself as that type of person, people are never going to think that. But the reality is the reality, and everybody suffers. Everyone's suffering, and it's not just a you thing. Like speaking to some of my friends that are on certain wages, I know that it's hard for them, but I only suggest to them to do the things what I've done, what's worked for me, which is social. You know, I've not really tried to push YouTube for a while because I didn't study it. I was a fool. But once I started to study it, the growth and the amount of subscribers, the amount of people that started to watch the watch time, the amount of people that when I ask like this, I'm going to ask now for you to give a thumbs up for this video, it happens. Before I wasn't really getting that because I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Just like you don't know what to do with work, just like you don't know where the next piece of money is going to come. I didn't know. And that can't be my focus because at the point I'm probably stressed out about money because I'm not getting any in the capacity which I need to. So my focus is not going to be on content. My focus is not going to be on, oh, let me make the greatest video so I can blow up and people. No, I need to play this flipping bill next week before these people come knocking on your door or something. You don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that, you know? And again, nowadays, when you don't pay a fine or something like that, yeah, like whether it's child support, I don't have kids, but I'm going to tell you about child support, yeah, or you don't pay it, CSA or whatever it's called. When you're going on holiday and all that, they will come for you, you know, stop you at the airport. Heard it from a friend of a friend. I said, Ross, that's how they're going on, yeah? Yeah, because the place is in a recession. They need to come for everything. If you got some parking ticket in our Westminster, believe me, they're coming for that ticket some point. So you better mind that when you're flying out. Because your little trip to Turkey to get your teeth done, you might have to pause on that one and pay the parking ticket what you didn't pay before. I'm laughing, but everybody knows that they've had something like that happen to them. And again, I will suggest for people to sort out your finances because finances within the trade, especially yourself, they need to be addressed, innit? Nobody wants to go somewhere and, you know, you get into a situation because it can happen to the best of us. You know, do you see, look at 50 Cent. He's like my idol. Yeah. He's been broke. He's got the money back up. He don't play no more. But that's someone who I actually look up to a lot, you know, 50 Cent. Shout him out, man. Hopefully 50 Cent might watch my video one day. Do you know what I mean? Or he might want me to be in power or some, you never know. But look, you got to build your empire. And I think your empire starts with yourself. It starts where you're going to put yourself in this maze of the world. Like, you got to think to yourself, what does the world need from me? And I have just tried to tap into that more when it comes to what I've seen the world needs from me as a young black man is for me to be honest when I come on the internet, especially YouTube, tell people the truth, give them my own real life scenarios, what have happened. So I've said to you, I had a brethren, a friend, a pal, a mate, a buddy, try and bump me or try and finesse me for some dough. Couldn't happen. With friends and people that have been to my house and I've been to their house, I will stop being this friend for a second and remind you I'll punch you up if you don't pay me my money. Because we're friends. We don't need to get into stuff like that. It's only a little bit of money. Do you get it? But I will just warn you. So, you know, I'm judo. You know about my judo background. You don't want to be getting into you don't want me to give you a little taitoshi and put you on the floor. You don't want to do that. I don't even want to do that. I know you. I like you. Do you understand? So we didn't get into it like that. He sent the money. The lady who knocked me earlier on this year for the couple of bills, look, Financially, you told me you was going. You didn't tell me. You told someone else who I got the job off of that you're going through some financial problems. What I think you should have done is been upfront, because again, you know, spent my time coming to the property. You knocked me. I don't hold it against you. You might have been in a much worse place than me, but you don't know what place others are in. So you should just be mindful, innit? Because again, this is someone else who is black who gave me that speech before, and that, oh, it's so nice. I'm gonna get my son into plumbing because, you know, it's so nice to see you black plumbers and rare tear tear. But you're still bumping me. So what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, again, I'm not really even that angry about that lady neither, because I started to say to myself that I don't think God has given me this plan to serve these people and to become this angry person towards them, or this person who is going to cause them any type of problems. I'm only here to help. Again, if you do that to me, no problem, man. I just can never do any jobs for you again. I don't rule it out to say that, oh, all African ladies that come to my business now, I can't deal with them. No, don't be stupid. This was one person. That's not a reflection of any other African ladies who I've done work for, or black women who I've done work for in their property or at their place of business. No, definitely not. You get one-off people that do shit, and it sometimes is your own. So there's nothing with calling that out, because that person's just a fucker. Do you understand? And everyone's come across that person before. And I would say in the workplace, I try to not have that problem pop up, because I try to do everything what people ask me to do. Like, I'm working at a new place at the moment, which is a certain campus. They've asked me to go to another campus. That's not my place of work. But guess what? When the person texts me in the morning, I just go there. I don't ask them for any extra money or whatever. I just go there. But when I ask that other person for something what I want, which might be like, oh, could you I just needed them to do something, like approve something. Could you approve this thing? They said to me they'll do it on Monday. For me, red flag. Yeah? Red flag, because the red flag is, you've asked me to do something, I've done it. Don't have a problem with it. I've asked you to do something which would just bring me peace of mind, or you don't even know the reason why I'm asking you, but I'm just asking you, just like you've asked me. And again, the answer is different, but you know, I've actually done the time what you're asking me about already. So for me, that's a red flag. 2025, we can't have any type of red flags when it comes to finance and money with people, because people will put you in debt. It's no other way to say it to you like that. They will put you in debt for the favors what you do. There's no bank that takes favors. Oh, I done a favor for someone and they didn't pay me. The fuck did you do that for? That's what they're probably going to say to you. We can't help you with that. So you need to sort it out. And again, me chasing any of those people for whatever reason is just draining, depleting, and I've got other things to do. And again, I realized that me working on my social media craft and being able to balance it out better and start to make some type of revenue with my videos is the future. It's where I'm going to be. Content is key. You don't need me to tell you that. You should know that. So if you can, I would suggest for people to make content about their real life. Real life content is fucking priceless, man. I'm telling you. All of these scenarios, what have happened to me through my friend, through a work person who I don't even know, and through the other situation, they're just life things. So they're happening to a lot of people. I will always say that construction is, there's no peace in it, and we're going through a recession, because I've been in it for so long, and I've realized how my wages went up, went down, went up, went down, seen what type of work is out there, had the same mobile number for years. So therefore, it's not like I've lost customers or lost people. They have the same number. The phone's not popping. When I speak to people nowadays about how they are getting work, what are they doing? They're bidding for work. I don't believe in bidding for work. We're here to make money, not spend it back again. I will spend it back again on these cameras, mics, these types of things, so I can get good content. Yeah. But I'm not doing it when it comes to every week spending £100 on leads so I can go and bid for a job, which I might not get. It's like the point of people going out and pricing up certain jobs. I don't price jobs. I've been in this thing for 20 years. I'm not doing it anymore. It's costing you too much money to go there and give a quote to come back to if someone wants to do it, if someone don't want to do it. I'll give you a perfect example, yeah? A nice couple, I say nice couple because they just had a nice home, yeah? This was in Hackney, so it's very Gen Z. It's very genderfied. That's what the word is, or whatever that word is. It's that word, yeah. Quirky people. I thought, oh, my type of people, you know. So I had a little hat on. How's it going? Yeah, we follow your social, and we really like the work you do. But we just wanted you to pop round, have a look at our bathroom, and let us know a quotation, and possibly send us some works, what you have done. And we want some works, what you have done, and some testimonies from customers, but also want to see your insurance and stuff like that as well. So, all right, Jeremy Carl, calm down. So what I'd done is I popped there, I saw what they wanted, and it was like, I'm all down for customers who invest their own time, go and find the stuff what you want. Let us have a look at it as tradespeople and let us see if you got the right stuff. I don't mind that because I'm just going to bill you for the time, and the time rate is going to be high anyway. So I couldn't care what stuff you get. It's nice that you get some good quality stuff, but it's for you, it's not for me. So I'll have a look at it from a professional point of view and tell you that if that's any good, or can that be fitted there, or oh well, we need to look at a layout and blah 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 blah. Cool, I don't mind doing that. So I've went there, had a little look, saw the stuff they've got. They wanted so most people have wash hand basins. These people had a vase which comes up, and it was like a bowl, a vase basically. And they wanted a spouted tap which go into it and stuff like that, which was quite cool. And it was going to sit on like a wooden block, so it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool, but it was not thought out properly. And when you ask for your delivery to be delivered on site and this to be delivered on there was no schedule to the delivery. So I wouldn't like to start a project, let's say at the beginning of the month, and I have to come back at the end of the month to fit the bath, and I have to come back again the next month to fit the shower. We want to do it all one time. I get it if you just get them in spells and you get it like what you can afford and all that type of stuff, and it's your thing, but that creates four trips for me. So I've went to price it. I've went to also look to talk about it. I've got to send them all that information, which I have all that information to hand. Testimonies are online on my Google page. And speak to other customers. I've got them also on my YouTube page. Not on my YouTube page. I've got my testimonials also on my Instagram page, which is nearly touching 10,000 followers, which will be this week if you follow it. I had all that information. My insurance information, obviously, I have to hand. So that's not a problem. But what became a problem was the amount of trips what I'm going to have to do to be able to finish this project. And I'd like to finish projects just like in a timely fashion, innit? As much as people are cool, I don't mind going around to people's properties to go around to someone's properties and have to open all these boxes to make sure the shower valves are there, to make sure the shower head's there, to make sure the hose is there, to make sure we've got the right type of taps, to make sure we've got the right type of push-up waist. It's long. You're going to have to pay me for that time just to look through it, because again, it's my time. And don't get me wrong, at certain points in everybody's career, you're wondering how you can quantify the time to be able to add up to charge somebody. Do you get it? Because ideally, I need to charge them for my time. I can't be popping to their property and just say, oh, I'm just going to pop there for a bit and I'm going to be there for 2 hours, but no one's going to pay me nothing. No, it's not happening. Forget it. This is a business we're running, not a friendship. Again, the people was really nice, but I do this thing where I try to look at the people and say, oh, is this going to be an arsehole job or is this going to be a good, smooth sailing job? Again, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. People can be difficult or situations can be out of your control, which would make me want to back up from the idea. So that kind of left me to back up from the idea. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? Because you don't have a schedule set out on when you're going to get the shower, when you're going to get the tray, when you're going to get, you've ordered stuff at different points instead of possibly going to one shop and ordering everything from there. But I understand one shop might not have it in stock, but you know, what can I do? We can't wait around for other people to do what they want to do. But I just thought, do you know what? At least my social media is working for me, and people from areas which I want to be working in are contacting me, and they're contacting me and praising me about work which I've done previously. So it's working in hindsight. It's working, me promoting myself, but I'm not always going to get the bag or get the great contract or get the works what I want, which is understandable. You know, I've had people come to me at lastminute.com and say, oh, we need a bathroom fitted in. Can you do it? Yeah, I can do it. But it's not going to be at a price which you like. That's it. You want it done or not? You want it done, but you want to pay peanuts, basically. I'm not doing it. That's it. How about that? Get someone else to do it. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I can't. No, can't. I'll tell you another one. Me and my same friend, yeah, and this is how you know I'm not an arsehole. Me and my same friend who didn't pay me that I had to tell you about earlier, who they didn't want to give me the money for that job. I called him, had a guy in Islington. He wanted a bathroom done, yeah? So the guy got a quotation from somebody else. The quotation was too high. We've quoted him, but we had said to him that you need to buy some MDF or something like that for a panel, which we needed to make. We need to make up this boxing type of thing, yeah? And even box around it for the shower. The conversation stemmed around £200, but the job was around $3,500, yeah? We quoted him this money for the job. He said that he was able to get the wood because the price of wood goes up and down. We all know that, innit, right? So he's like, oh, he can source it. So he said, okay, if you can source it, no problem. We'll just turn up to do it on the day, but please do make sure you bring it because we can't start or do anything without this thing. Long story short, yeah, the guy didn't have a van or a car, so I don't know how he was going to get it delivered. On the day, he said, could we go and get the materials? And being us, we said no. We agreed to something, which was you going to get it and you sorting it out. And the whole point of you not giving us the extra money is because you felt it was that little bit too much over. We was making profit on quite a few sheets of wood which we needed to complete the job to make the boxing. You guys who live up Upper Street, Islington, keep that job, man. We don't care about that. We can't be guy. And this was like £300 to £400. Might have been about £500 max, yeah. I thought, mate, if you're going on like this about the wood which need to be collected, I can see why now the other people have walked away. So I'm just going to walk away from now. We ain't going to do that. You sort your stuff up on Upper Street yourself. That's no dig at anyone from Islam. It's just, you get what I mean. It's the petty little things that some people will drive on to be able to say, oh, do you know what? I think that you're making a bit too much money out of me. Okay. You need it done in a hurry though, don't you? Yeah. We've discussed the materials, what you need, right? Yeah. The materials are for your job, right? Yeah. You want us to get it? No, we're not getting the materials for that. We're going to supply all the labor to keep your costs down as low as possible. So as long as we can keep to that, we can keep to a good way of working, but also keep your bill down as well. Again, what can I do? I can't do anything past that, you know. But like I said, the construction industry is dead, man. Don't waste your time. Concentrate on a bit more content. You could build it, but again, you're not really going to make big bucks out of it. I'm not going to lie. Things are changing. This country's it's in turmoil, man, when it comes to money and construction. But I want to make sure if you've watched this video to this point, I need you to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to run it up. We're trying to create a community here. We're trying to build transparency. So give the thumbs up, drop a comment at the end of this video, but also make sure you subscribe. There is loads of new lives coming. This one was about how the construction industry is at the moment, the things which I've went through as a plumber who has been in the industry for 20 years. That sounds long when I say it. Anyway, I'm out. Like and subscribe.